the Italian side, Alejandro Moscardi. And so the Italians will play with a strong wind at their backs. It will be blowing from corner to corner, from the left-hand corner as we look at the field, down to the far left-hand corner. Remember, 1980, Gerry Germes Hayes picked up, gave inside to Thiel Stoffberg, Stoffberg back to Germes Hayes, try, Narsboerder kicked it over. South Africa won that test match 12 points to 10, and the rain was horizontal that day in the same direction as the wind is blowing this evening.
Ja, een ding wat belangrijk is uit die Italiaanse oogpunt is, en dit is, hulle speel net een toets, en jy weet, as 'n ouwe swakker span is, kom ons aanvaar, hulle is die swakker span, dan sit 'n man maklik jou lyf op die veld en op die lyn vir een wedstryd, en baie keer het ons dit al gesien waar 'n swakker span veral in een wedstryd, daar is nie nog 3 wedstryde wat volg nie, maar in een wedstryd kan 15 ouens bokant hul vermoë speel.
Andre Vos will be looking forward to this game without the captaincy responsibilities. I saw his mother at the hotel earlier this evening, and she said he will stand tall, and tall he may well stand. And Vos it is, and immediately snatches it away. De Kock. Monty barges back towards the Vos. De Kock again. Venter. Big start for South Africa. Over the 22 goes the big man. Quick ball for De Kock once again, and Ackerman couldn't hold on. Penalty. Penalty to Italy. Destructive running, quickly taken by the Italians. Cecchinato, the experienced number 8, comes back for the fly half Mazzariol. First touch for Junches. Oh, well played by the youngster. Multi-talented. Venter was there very quickly. I think they'll revel with this loose play. Montgomery decides to go inside again. Goes with pace, which is important. Good layback there for Ackerman. Now, Neil de Kock, can he find it? He does so inside somewhere there. Delport back inside to Yapi Mulder. Good defense by Italy. De Kock. Lovely little dummy by him. Fleck, the South African vice-captain today. Driven forward by Oli Leroux. Well, De Kock getting plenty of the ball. Looks on the inside for his captain. De Kock again. Montgomery, Delport. Well, how long can Italy continue to defend? Goes over the 22 again. De Kock switch to John Smith. Still South Africa drive it forward. They need to get that ball a little bit further away at the place. De Kock, Montgomery, Skinstad. Now it's up in the line is Yankees. Takes some time to bring him to ground. And the referee says penalty to South Africa. Well, they kept possession for long enough there, but the Italian defense held out.
Ja, die bal wat aanhou teruggebring is na die voorspelers toe, en die Springbokke wat hard probeer het om hierdie muur van verdediging om daar deur te kom, was nie regtig suksesvol nie. Die hele tyd hier op die 22 meter lyn gespeel, maar natuurlik wanneer die druk die hele tyd op is, dit is een manier of een ding wat dan beslis gebeur is dat die spelers onkant gaan om later te keer, en die eerste skop dan aan Percy Montgomery, en hy sal vind dat die wind nogal hier so baie bedrieglik is, alhoewel dit nie ver uit is nie, en nou ja, hierdie bal seker tussen die pale behoort deur te gaan. Alhoewel daar seker nooit 'n maklike skop is nie, en net soos daar ook in golf nooit 'n maklike hou is nie, maar volgens alle aanduidings waar die bal nou gestel is, behoort dit redelik maklik te wees.
And Percy Montgomery kicks the goal and keeps ever closer to Joel Stransky's record of 240 points, which is second only behind Narsboerder 312. Percy Montgomery now has 238 points in Test rugby.
Ja, ek dink die Italianers wat 'n baie groot fout gemaak het toe hulle die strafskop net toe gekry het en nie die wind gebruik het nie, Joey. En onder hierdie omstandighede waar jy 'n strafskop kry en jy saam met die wind vat, jy nie onnodige skop hier kom ek weg uit jou eie gebied uit.
Willie Meyer.
feet. Stay on your feet. On your feet. The mark.
Montgomery. That's a fair amount of ground gained against this wind.
Maar so sien ons waar die Italianers nie op hulle voete bly nie. 'n Goeie aanduiding ook gegee deur die skeieregter meneer Duma wat ook hier geblaas het in Suid-Afrika in 1998 toe Ierland in Pretoria teen die Springbokke gespeel het. Ja, veral die ingooie van die ander kant af spesifiek gaan die Springbokke sal die bal elke keer moet voorspeel. Is baie moeilik om teen die wind die bal diep te speel en indien dat hulle taktiek sou gewees het om die bal diep te speel, sal hulle dit onmiddellik moet verander.
Okay. 12. Wait.
Well, you didn't see the Italian hooker strike there very quickly, which means there was pressure from the South African front rankers. Bolsa, his first touch of the game, moves it wide for Yapi Mulder. Gets away from Mazzariol, this Italian fly half. De Kock, Montgomery. Skinstad came in close, but the ball was a little hard for him. Picked up by Cecchinato, the number 8. Troncon, Mazzariol. This is the flanker to Persico.
Green.
Good drive upfield by the Italians. Troncon going wide for Martin. Now Martin is a guy they've got to watch. He's quick and big. And it's a penalty to Italy. And this should be a pretty easy kick because the wind is directly behind the angle of the kick.
Ja, ons het Dinsdag aand gesien, een ding wat van die Italianers wat toe beïndruk het, was die klomp Italianers om die bal die hele tyd. En ek dink hulle het dit baie goed gedoen. Dit lyk vir my of hulle weer in daai rigting wil speel en daarvandaan af dryf hulle vorentoe. Hierso sien ons eer waar die bal verloor word daarso deur Bobby Skinstad en hierso sien ons dadelik 3-4 manne dryf van agteraf en dit het hulle Dinsdag aand baie goed gedoen. Hulle was amper in die spreekwoordelike ou taal onder 'n kombers gewees vir al hulle voorspelers.
Francesco Mazzariol. He's got a bit of a pile. Looks like he should be on the Italian Riviera. And, oh, that's bad luck for him. Well fielded by Montgomery. Chance for South Africa to counter here. De Kock. Montgomery. Well, a little bit of a sort of groan from the crowd, but he was kicking directly into the strong wind there.
Sorry, mate. Okay.
But that was disappointment for Italy, really. That was a kick that Mazzariol should have got.
Ja, beslis en dit baie nodig dat die Italianers nou moespunte gekry het om hulle die hele tyd ook in die spel te hou.
Good line-out work at the back by Cecchinato. Well, they must now produce the ball pretty close, quickly. Joel Dumais says, produce the ball. Troncon digging for it. Mazzariol found a little space. Ackerman was there. Good support from Troncon. Martin is in there to play at scrum half. Martin decides to get himself again. Ackerman holds him up. Number 3 blue is Muraro, who was obstructing. Well, he's a big lad, is Andre Muraro, 117 kgs.
Sien ons baie mooi binnekant toe afgetrap, uiteindelik dan weer aansluiting na die binnekant toe. En kyk net hoe maklik om die Italianers by hulle is. 4-5 manne daarso by om die bal nog weer vorentoe te neem. Weer 'n keer Martin wat vorentoe gaan en dan uiteindelik onkansspel, maar die skop nie baie suksesvol nie en nog steeds in die 22 meter gebied van die Springbokke.
Well taken by Andrews. Neil de Kock deciding to take the kick himself. Not a bad idea. Came quickly from Mark Andrews.
Neil de Kock wat die jaar natuurlijk indruk gemaakt het met die spoedbal waarmee jy die bal van die vaste facette af wegkry.
Oh, good defense by the Springboks. Ollie Leroux gets a pat on the head from Bob Skinstad.
Yes, but full time.
He said last week that he had equaled Osterrand's record and goes, well, today they tell me now officially that he equals Osterrand's record as the most capped front ranker in South African history. Now, the Italian giving them a bit of a problem. And the referee indicating that South Africa was scrumming upwards. I always say this is such a problem. You have the pressure from the front, pressure from the back. Where do you go? You have to go up.
Ja, jy het nie 'n ander pad om te gaan nie, maar 'n baie goeie skram deur die Italianers en die pak voorspelers van Italië wat in hierdie eerste 10 minute werklik beïndruk. Hulle doen baie goed. Ek het genoem die kontaksessie wat hulle daar by die Universiteit van Port Elizabeth gehad het en die twee pakke voorspelers wat met absolute mening onder mekaar, en dit was donderdag tussen 10 uur en 11 uur. Nou, mense hoop nie as jy op 'n donderdag so hard oefen dat jou stoom vanmiddag later heeltemal gaan uitloop nie, maar sover die Italiaanse voorspelers wat goed doen.
Francesco Mazzariol. World Cup 95, World Cup 99. Knows about pressure, leads the points and has got them. So a good period of play that for Italy turns into points.
Sien ons die speler van Italië wat vasgehou word en daarom die strafskop hier vir Italië wat hulle 'n punt omskep het.
Ackerman up quickly to pressure Wim Visser. Now wide for Robbie Fleck. And Skinstad couldn't hold on there. Referee waits for advantage. Cecchinato. Eventually Troncon. He boots it straight into touch, Troncon, so they'll go back to the scrum down with Italy's advantage.
Not conjuring, not advantage.
Robbie Fleck wat nie die bal kan uitkry nie en dan reg die gedagte van Bobby Skinstad ongelukkig die aanslaan. En die Springbokke wat foute maak, miskien seker maak eers van die aangee, nader aan mekaar speel, is so belangrik in die begin, sodat elke speler net eers die bal voel voordat daar met taktiese bewegings begin word.
Okay. And you push play.
Well, they just need to sort this out. And it's the tight head prop Murara who's penalised. Free kick to South Africa.
Vous devez vous lier, le pilier gauche bleu.
Skinstad quickly establishing his authority as the captain. Good to see. Smith. Stopped by Cecchinato. Good ball for de Kock. Montgomery, Mulder. Good defence there from Ongaro. The number 7 flanker. Quickly taken by de Kock. Referee waits for advantage. Neil de Kock has gained an extra 10 metres for his team. And I would say that Montgomery must kick it over. And that is the decision.
So sien ons Neil de Kock se hande uitgeruk word en dan die vinnige kortskoppie en die Italianers wat nie vinnig genoeg terugval nie en Percy Montgomery wat kan aanlê pale toe.
So this kick to take Percy into second highest scorer of all time for South Africa. One ahead of Joel Stransky. And he does it. most people here are very happy that the rain has held off so far. Venter the switch to Smith. De Kock. Montgomery. They'll have to chase this one. Good land in no man's land. No. Antoni was there. Giovanni Antoni, we were told, is actually born John Anthony in Kenya.
Well, that's an application.
To hold up the maul, and he apparently went down to Davy Snyman's Rugby Academy down at Stellenbosch University.
No.
Oh, there was a hand in there. That is not good play by Oli Leroux. I'm afraid he will acknowledge it as well.
Ja, dit is baie swak dissipline. Dit is absoluut voor die skeieregter se oog. En dis net iets wat nie behoort toegelaat te word op hierdie vlak nie, en dis onverskoonbaar. I told just now. Claudio,
Well, that young man, South Africa's 50th captain, and he will be 25 on Tuesday. Well, the wind took that away. Oli Leroux has to play. Now Brayton Posa can show his little flair there. Ackerman up in support. Needs to release quite quickly. De Kock couldn't get the ball away in the tackle. Now it's Martin. Comes around, given away to Cecchinato.
Advantage is over. Knock on blue, turn to green.
Ek voel nog Joey, dat die Springbokke se ondersteuning so ver. Ons het nu gesien Brayton Posa wat pragtig weer gaan, maar daar behoort 'n speler nader aan hom te wees om onmiddellik die bal weer weier te vat. Ek dink ons ondersteuning is baie goed nie.
Skinstad, De Kock, Montgomery, Janches, Montgomery. Very nearly through. De Kock, Skinstad. De Kock again. Flick. Well, the South Africans are guilty of too many handling mistakes at the moment.
Die Springbokke wat lateraal oor die veld speel in plaas van vorentoe. 5 tree vorentoe is baie beter as 50 tree dwars oor die veld.
Worked out by Cecchinato. Matsuriol, left winger is Matsukatu. Was so an experienced player, was at the World Cup in '95.
Yeah, knock on blue. Knock on blue, turn green.
Die mense wil so graag 'n bietjie meer in diepte ondersteuning wil sien, waar die Springbokke op 'n klein veld, wil mense amper sê, afdryf met goeie ondersteuners in spel en die agterste speler wat moet spoed deurkom, en dan is ek seker die Italianers gaan hulle nie kan keer nie.
Well, there's another penalty against, well, a free kick against Muraro.
No hands.
Montgomery, very flat, pops it up for De Kock once again. The men on the outside here, Delport. Good cover by Italy. Well, backed up there by De Kock, but he couldn't hold on. Chongkon, just a rather sort of explorative pass, finds Fusa. Matsuriol, this is the flank Ongaro. Chongkon again, Martin. Anthony. Now the right winger, Parziano, who's had very little of the ball, if anything whatsoever. Troncon. Antoni. Eventually Delport makes the tackle. Good little run there by the number 15, and Delport is penalised for the high tackle. I think Chinas Delport was the original infringement. Mark Andrews was also back there.
Ja, deesdae is dit 'n hoogvat. Joey, 30 jaar gelede was dit glad nie 'n hoogvat nie. Maar vandag ongelukkig, of goed ook so, dat wanneer daar ook aan die skouers aan 'n man se nek en kop gevat word, nou ja, dan is dit.
Evan, you can tell us a little bit about that lad, can't you? You grew up with him.
Hy het groot geword natuurlik hier, so sy eerste wedstryd gespeel vir Kirkwood Laerskool se onder 9 span as 'n slot. Met een van sy neefies het hy daar so saam gespeel, en daar natuurlik is hulle Gauteng toe. Maar onder 9 was hy 'n slot gewees.
Oh, and this time Montreal gets the benefit of the bounce off the post, in off, and Italy a level. We've had 20 minutes in the first half.
Ja, die laaste 10 minute wat die Italianers hier absoluut op die Springbokke se 22 meter lyn geboer het, en hier sien ons Mazariol wat teen die paal en oor hy ondervind beslis moeilikheid met die wind, want die vorige skop was ook al daar teen die paal gewees terwyl Percy Montgomery weer die spel begin.
Troncon, Mazariol.
Ja, die wind wat natuurlik in die tweede helfte Joey baie goed in Percy Montgomery se guns behoort te tel met sy linkervoet, en hy kan hom die bal net effens lig en deur na die oorkant toe skop, en daarvandaan af hierso sien ons waar die wind waai. Vroeër jare toe Bertus Kreer hier gespeel het hy die bal maklik 60-70 tree geskop, en ek had nou nie eers van de Wetteras en die manne die daar as die wind gewaai het nie.
On his own at 71 test matches now, Mark Andrews. If Joost van der Westhuizen doesn't come onto the field, he will hold that figure alone. Once again, South Africa with a problem in the lineouts. This is the Potsabon, Troncon, Cecchinato with Fissy in support. Troncon, Mazariol. Janches. And that's a pretty useful clearance by the young fullback.
Ja, hier so die Italianers wat baie goed doen om die bal hier so te wen. Waar die Springbok ingooi was. Hy het goed gehardloop hier so deur Walter Potsabon, en goeie losspel skram wat die Italianers weer daar gewen het.
The throw in by Moscardi. Quick reactions by the Cock, but it's a penalty to Italy, interference by South Africa at the line out.
Ja, ek is verbaas dat hulle nie pale toe skop nie, Joey. Ek dink met die wind van agter is dit 'n geleentheid wat hulle kon benut het.
I agree with you. Certainly, he would virtually had the wind straight at his back. All he had to do was get it up in the air. Visser is number 4. It's well taken by Giacherri. Pressure from Ackerman on Troncon. Now watch, he'll just try and hold Troncon up. He's got his massive mitts on the ball, and that's well played by Johan Ackerman.
Ja, is nou al die derde keer wat Suid-Afrika omgekeerde besit gekry het, wat baie goed is. Die Italianers wat die bal het, maar hulle hou die manne baie goed op, veral as Ackerman daar so deurkom en André Venter, is dit nooit vir hulle moeilik om hierdie kleiner spelers in die lug te hou en sodoende besit van die bal te kry nie.
It's quite interesting to see the way the Italians are far more competitive. There were 10 of this team in the squad in the Six Nations, and certainly they're getting more and more competitive rugby. And you know, their results, I was looking at their results in the 91 World Cup, and they weren't particularly bad. 95 wasn't too bad. 99 they had a bit of a hard time, went through a bit of a trough with a number of their star players injured. But I think it is indicative that with Six Nations competition, and we saw it this morning with the Lions obviously coming up to scratch against the Wallabies, that it's not a sort of easy, happy-go-lucky competition. That Yapi Mulder driven forward there by Willie Meyer, back on his home turf. Andre Force lays it back for de Kock. Montgomery, Smith. South Africa continue to keep the ball tight. Venter, Tron Connors across there, the little scrum half on the massive man. This is Skinstad. Now, perhaps where is the time to move it wide?
No, knock on, just knock on, just knock on.
Die hele paar fases, maar die Springbokke wat weer in 'n reguit lyn oor die veld gegaan het, hulle het nie regtig vorentoe gegaan nie. En ek dink daar was na die tweede vasmaak moes hulle die bal weier gespeel het en die bal moes uitgegaan het tot by die vleuel, want daar met Jantjies wat dan kan inkom, moet daar 'n geleentheid geskep word vir ons vleuels. Ek kry net so die indruk dat ons spelers nie die bal kan wyd kry nie, en 'n mens wil nie onnodig krities wees nie, want ons glo hulle doen hulle bes, maar ek dink dis iets waar hulle beslis aan aandag moet gee, Joey.
Yes, I think we see here Yapi Mulder coming back. You see the number of blue jerseys around, but they've got to consolidate the situation. You can't just go and throw it wide at willy-nilly, but I believe they also got to hit and drive the ball back a little bit quicker. So you keep your continuity going. Corne Krige and Joost van der Westhuizen in discussion. On the left of screen is Mac Hendricks, the manager of the team. They seem pretty relaxed. Trong Con, Matsriol, Jantjies. Can something happen here? And he's taken it up back over the halfway line. De Kock, Skinstad. Andrews was on his outside. Good hands by Mark Andrews. Now Polsa. And then Lipschitz Andrews again. Going a little bit too far, that kick by Brayton Polsa.
Ja, Jantjies wat goed doen hierso, maar hierdie bal moes nou uitgeskiet het. Maar miskien steeds wat hier. En ek dink daar was 'n baie goeie ekstra man gewees van die boek, van dat Jantjies vasgevat is, en ongelukkig die Springbokke wat nie die bal wyd gespeel het nie. Ons agterspelers het oorgenoeg spoed en vaardighede, Joey, en 'n mens sal wel sien dat daar meer gebruik gemaak word van hulle en net die basiese dinge reg doen in die agterlyn. Dit is om reguit te hardloop en die bal uit te gee. En ek dink dit sal die ander goed wat daarmee saamgaan, soos om die regte hoek in te kom, sal dit soveel makliker maak, maar dan moet jy eers jou basiese ding moet jy reg doen, en jy moet van dat die bal uitkom, moet jy reguit hardloop en die bal reg uitgee. En daar is soveel variasies wat dan ingebring kan word, met kort aangee en lang aangee, en die bal bietjie dieper vat en die bal vlakker vat en die bal in 'n stilstaande posisie vat, dat dit ons baie meer variasie kan gee, en ek dink ons agterspel op 'n beter standaard sal kom.
Well, it's not good news for John Smith there as he leaves the field. Now this is a big moment for Lucas van Biljon, the boykie from Welkom Gymnasium, from the unglamorous province, one might say, of Northern Free State. And what a moment it is for young Lucas van Biljon. Sat on the bench for the Sharks right almost throughout the Vodacom Super 12.
No, please. Okay.
Well, it's important that Van Biljon would get his throw-in correct right from the beginning. The fellow with the yellow scrum cap there is Wim Visser, born in Durban. That's good, Morlin. He produces it for Troncon, Matsuriol. And then the flank forward there, Pasiko. Troncon, Matsuriol took his eyes off it. Quickly there was Montgomery, couldn't just get his boot to the ball. Penalty, South Africa. Now this is not in a kickable position. Well, it is kickable, but it's a very difficult kick from there. Well, there were hands in there. I think Matsuriol was a big tackle by Skinstad. He seems to be okay. Important, although on Tuesday night we saw young Pets, the other fly half in the Italian squad, have a pretty useful game against the Barbarians. South Africa have decided to go for posts.
Ja, hierdie is 'n baie moeilike een, maar ons het ook al gesien as jy die balken laag hou, nadat die losies daar aan die agterkant opgerig is, het dit al gehelp om die wind effens af te keer, en as Percy Montgomery die balken laag hou, is die kans goed om die pale te haal.
Minutes left in the first half. South Africa and Italy locked at 6 points. Oh, no longer.
Uitstekende skop teen die wind hierso deur Percy Montgomery, en dit is miskien net hierdie ekstra 3 punte wat die Springbok nou nodig gehad het om 'n bietjie ekstra vuur te toon en die klein foutjies nie te maak nie.
Well, there's a bit of a mix-up there. Force tidies up. Montgomery. And also not a bad kick under the circumstances. Very difficult to kick the ball out of your own half. And in the second half, as Jevan Olafia was saying, all that Monty has to do is lift the ball. Look, somebody, no, yours, mine. Benji Force takes the responsibility.
Ja, ons het in die begin gesê, Joey, dat die wind natuurlijk 'n groot gelykmakende faktor is, en wat baie keer gebeur is dat die span wat positief wil speel word natuurlijk meer gepenaliseer eintlik as die span wat destruktief speel. Daardeur wil ek glad nie verskonings maak vir die Springbokke nie, wat nog nie na 30 minute vir my regtig aan die gang kom nie.
That time the scrum stays up better. De Kock also will give chase. Well, 2 seasons ago, young Neil de Kock going to Northern Free State along with the coach Basil Bay. That's well taken by Giacherri, the most experienced member of this Italian side, Giacherri, who played back in '91 in the World Cup. It took place in the United Kingdom. Troncon, Matsuriol, and a big run there from the left wing, Matsukato. Troncon again, Matsuriol, always found it in the space. Skinstad eventually stops him. Troncon. Then it comes to the big man, it's Perugini. And Troncon again. This time it's Luca Martin. Troncon. Good build-up this by Italy. Anthony is there from the full-back position, trying to get involved. South Africa offside. Quickly taken by Troncon. Delport makes the tackle. Not back 10. Well, he had to make the tackle, otherwise Troncon would have gone straight through.
Not 10 meters. Penalty again.
Joey, ek is baie beïndruk met die Italiaanse voorspelers. Ek dink hulle speel werklik uitstekend en almal hierdie voorrye van hulle en die voorspelers is by mekaar die hele tyd. Ons het nou al 'n klomp keer gesien as hulle bal in die lyn staan wen waar dit dryfwerk 10-15 meter is en hulle doen dit werklik baie goed en baie beheers.
Well, the other thing they've done well is it's when it's their throw in, they catch the ball in the line out. There's nothing fancy, no frills, just boom, throw it in, 2 or 4 catch it. Perugini, Moscardi and Muraro, the front row, they're well-built lads, and they've done well. That's Wim Visser. Comes to grips there with Johan Ackerman. Now they must use the ball. Oh, look here, now they've got the ball down to ground. Chonkon, Matsuriol. Martin, good defense by Montgomery. Force was also there. Chonkon again. It's Cecchinato. Another good maul by the Italians. Chonkon, Matsuriol. Found on the inside there is Ongarel. Another penalty to Italy. This in a very kickable position. And I'm sure they will take the points.
Ja, uitstekende spel hier so deur die Italianers wat die meer doenloos op die Springbok doellyn afgegaan het die hele tyd. Hier sien ons weer baie goeie besit gehou het. Hier so wen hulle weer die bal uiteindelik die Springbokke wat oor die bal gegaan het en hierdie strafskop wat Mazzariol seker in punte behoort omskep, maar die laaste 15 minute die Italianers het die voordeel van die wind, het hulle hier in die Springbokke se gebied geboer en net by tye het die Springbokke dit reg gekry om oor te gaan in Italië se gebiede, maar goeie spel deur Italië.
Well, remember that this is Mazzariol's 5th kick at goal. Percy Montgomery's kicked all 3 that South Africa have had. And this should level the scores. Oh, he hit it very badly and it scraped over the crossbar. That was a classic Voervoerskop.
Jy is heeltemal reg, maar hulle sê hulle tel almal, maak nie saak hoe hy weer die palle gaan nie, as hy oor iets was, hulle stel hy joei.
Ongaro in possession for Italy now. Chonkon, Mazzariol, then to Potsabon.
Ek is natuurlik baie verbaas dat die Italianers in hierdie posisie waar hulle nou was nie die wind gebruik het nie, want dit is amper die einde van die eerste helfte en hulle het bitter min die wind regtig gebruik.
Van Biljon, the first touch in a Springbok jersey, and he's cheered up. Over the 22 goes Willie Meyer, and they've won a penalty much closer to the line, much closer to the post. That's good work there by Lucas van Biljon. And has made Montgomery's life a lot easier. Swear that Luca Martin was offside, hadn't fallen behind the back feet in the ruck before he played the ball.
Ja, Percy Montgomery wat die meeste van sy skoppe in 'n reguit lyn voor die pale gehad het en hierdie een wat hy ook tussen die oor die dwarslat behoort te kry.
So Montgomery boots South Africa back into the lead. Well, one thinks back to 99-74-3, then 101-0. And this Italian side certainly a lot more competitive, I believe. And I also remember back in the Olympic Stadium in Rome, very clearly, Joel Shansky, our on-field presenter, was playing fly half for South Africa that day, just after we won the 95 World Cup. 15 minutes into the second half, Italy led South Africa by 21-17. So they're not always a pushover. goes Van Biljon again. Bouncing players off, left, right and centre, showing some guts. Here's Bobby Skinstad. And then what did Ollie Leroux put his hand in the way for there? Sorry, lads, he says. Sorry.
Gun for blue.
Ja, dit is jammer dat ons nie hier vinniger miskien kon bygekom het en hierdie bal moes blitsag uitbeweeg het vleuel toe. Bal word weer teruggespeel na die voorspelers en ek dink nie daar was so klomp manne om die bal dat hulle presies geweet het vir wie die bal gaan nie.
Yeah, there must have been a case there from spinning the ball wide. I was actually watching the screen and didn't see what players were on the outside there. Tron Con back to this live wire flanker, Persico. Now it's Cecchinato who goes dashing forward. Tron Con again, Mazzariol couldn't find Martin, well picked up by Ackerman. De Kock, now's a chance for them to move it wide. Venter, Skinstad, they needed to move that through the hands down right there.
Upside back.
But now the Italian backs offside. Watch Neil de Kock. Tiras Delport into the action. Here are the two wingers. Got it away, beautifully taken by Delport. Gets it away to Polsa. Now it's Janches. Andre Force right up with the play. De Kock, they move it wide now. No, they couldn't. The body position was incorrect. And Italy offside.
No.
Neil de Kock takes quickly. Robbie Fleck. Skinstad is running at a good angle. Great tackle there from Persico. Must be a try here. Mark Andrews gets number 11. And extends his record as the highest points try scorer for a South African forward.
Ja, die Italiaanse verdediger Bobby Skinstad wat goed insny hierso. De Kock wat vinnig by is, Neil de Kock en 'n lang aangee, Mark Andrews wat nie een Italianer voor hom het nie, een verdediger nie en net oor die doellyn kan skop, kan stap en die bal kan neersit daarso. Maar dit was 'n vinnige losbal wat hulle gewen het en wat byt gespeel is vir 'n verandering. Ja, die Italianers wat natuurlijk hier 'n baie groot fout gemaak het. Hulle het 'n paar keer goeie besit gekry en in plaas daarvan hulle saam in die wind die bal op die voete sit, in die Springbokke se gebied te kom, het hulle hierso uiteindelik besit verloor omdat hulle binnekant toe aangee terwyl die skop windskeef trek, binne aangee probeer het en hulle kon maklik uit hulle eie gebied gekom het Joey en uiteindelik betaal hulle hier nou 'n baie duur prys.
Yeah, they could have really camped in the South African half. But here we see it again. Montgomery with the vision, wide for Mark Andrews, who is shouting for the ball, and ultimately the pass was the correct thing to do. Well, Joel Dume, the referee, has blown his whistle for half-time, and the South African supporters will be relieved that at last South Africa have put that one try onto the scoreline. I think now it will be a question of South Africa camping in the Italian half because of this huge wind that will be at their backs. But their handling certainly needs to improve. Let's see if it does so in the second half. De Kock, Montgomery, Fleck. Oh, running off the ball there was Janches, a super run by the fullback. Just lost his footing for a second there, but was almost away. Now they could move this ball wide quickly. Montgomery does it to Leroux. Skinstad, lovely handoff. Brayton Paulson, there could be I was going to say there could be gymnastics here, but decided to take it to ground. And Brayton Paulson gets his 13th try for South Africa.
Ja, goeie aangee hier so deur. Uiteindelik Fleck wat baie goed doen. Jantjies wat op 'n baie mooi hoek inkom. Hierso net daar so miskien moes hy vir Tinus Delport aan die buitekant gevind het, maar uiteindelik weer 'n lang aangee deur en dan Willie Meyer wat daar so goed speel. Nee, ekskuus, dit was nie Willie nie, dit was Ollie Leroux wat baie goed gedoen het en uiteindelik Bruiten Poulse wat oorgaan vir sy 3. Ja, ek dink die 3 wat die Italianers net voor rustyd afgestaan het, kan miskien 'n groot faktor wees terwyl hierdie bal tussen die pale deurtrek en skielik is die telling nou 24-9 en dit gee net daai gerieflike kans van speel, meer ontspanne spel wat ons miskien nou van die Springbokke kan sien. Die druk is nie meer so groot nie, hulle kan die spel effens ooptrek en die Italianers meer laat hardloop en maar daarmee saam moet natuurlik die aangee moet absoluut 100% wees.
Force. Well, another good run here by Van Biljon. We certainly made an impact. Bruiten Poulse inside. Andre Venter will go all the way. Well, has something happened in the change room even?
Ja, skielik is daar meer, lyk dit vir ons amper vryhede en hierdie skare het na hulle helde kom kyk en hierso baie goeie beweging sommer van die afskop af. Springbokke wat absoluut die krane, dit lyk sommer dadelik so maklik en dan die bal deur na Bruiten Poulse en hy vind vir Andre Venter aan sy binnekant en hy ken net een pad en dis doellyn toe. Skielik het die Italianers Andre Vos wat baie goed doen. Baie goeie spel hierso weer deur
Van Biljon. He's made a massive impact since he's been on the field. Superb pass on the inside there from Bruiten Poulse, fully aware of what was going on. Montgomery adds the extra 2. South Africa move into the 30s. Well, what a change in the game within 2.5 minutes.
Ja, as die Italianers nou enigstens weer kan terugkom in hierdie spel, dan is hulle beslis 'n baie goeie span, want dit kan so maklik wees dat hulle rug nou gebreek is en dat die sluise absoluut heeltemal oop gaan.
Force, Montgomery. Tapped back by Giachery, pulled down by Perugini. Troncon, Mazzariol. Back to Persisco. Mazzariol again. Plenty of green jerseys around him. Troncon. Martin lost it for a moment. It's snatched away by South Africa. De Kock, Montgomery, Willie Meyer. De Kock again, finds it. Well, he saw a little opening, it closed down pretty quickly, grabbed away by Mazzariol, but his kick was a shot. Well played there by Venter. Here goes Montgomery again, Poulse. Quick hands by the South Africans. Skinstad, De Kock, Montgomery, ran into Cecchinato. De Kock once again, Poulse, Fleck, good hands by him. Chance here for Vos on the outside. Andrews gets it inside to Delport. Ackerman. De Kock on the short side. Good hands to Andrews. Poulse, Delport. Over. Tinus Delport gets his second try for South Africa.
Ja, 3-3 binne 5 minute. Dit lyk beter vir die Springbokke. Neil De Kock wat die bal baie mooi deurkry, maak Andrews binnekant toe na Bruiten Poulse, uiteindelik Tinus Delport wat net te sterk is vir die Italianers.
This is about the most difficult kick for Montgomery of the evening. And the wind just takes it away.
Ja, nou lyk 'n telling van 60 glad nie meer so ver gesog nie, Joey. Baie vinnige hande hierso deur al die spelers en goeie hanteerwerk hierso deur die Springbokke.
Well, 19 points in 6.5 minutes has really changed the entire complexion of this game. Again, a little bit of a mix-up there. I think that Dunray Force called for the ball and then it didn't quite go to hand. Well, there's problems here for the Italian number 8. Could be a bit of a problem if he can't continue. Although on Tuesday night we did see Andrea De Rossi have a pretty good game. Well, the crowd beginning to celebrate. They were pretty glum at half-time, as were most of the people here in the media centre. But the big question is, will South Africa keep up the momentum?
Ja, die Springbokke wat miskien net vir die volgende minute wat so bietjie moet konsolideer en dit nie te veel moet forceer nie, en dan sal die punte natuurlik weer later van self kom. So belangrik dat die mense in die spel nie die hele tyd net moet oopmaak nie, maar ook eers weer moet konsolideer in die spel moet tussen die voorspelers hou vir 'n ruk en dryf en dan weer die bal uitspeel.
Well, I see that there is going to be a substitution here where Gianpiero De Carli is coming on for De Muraro. Interesting that De Carli played hooker the other night, but did play in the second test in the front row against South Africa in Durban in '99. This is Anthony. And not too much problem for the South African defence there.
Skielik is die Italianers nou ook weer onder druk en hulle maak foute en waar hulle in die eerste helfte baie goed saam gespeel het, die hele pak is die pak nou effens uit mekaar uit en hulle sal baie vinnig moet konsolideer of hulle gaan 'n baie groot pak slaag hierso kry.
Well, at half-time, Brad Johnston said that they would try and carry the ball up against South Africa, but the first 8 or 7 minutes of the game, they haven't had the ball to carry it up. Well taken by Ackerman, help there from Venter. De Kock. Antoni. Allowed a little bit of space there. Eventually it's Venter who brings him down. Worked forward by Cecchinato. Riol. Martin in possession now. Troncon, Matsuriol, Cecchinato. Will tackle by force. Troncon again. And South Africa offside hands in there. This is the hooker. And he's done well. And so did Janches.
Ja, de Carly wat hier is die haker baie vinnig hierso gedink. En kyk net hoe lekker lê hierdie man, die meneer. Eintlik Bobby Skinstead hiervoor vat hom baie goed vas. Uiteindelik die hanteerfout deur Italië.
Cliff, I don't know. You say Cliff, but I don't know. Okay, together.
Well, they just didn't get going there because the binding was a little bit wayward. Quickly taken by the Cock. Force, Montgomery, Junches, Paulser. Force rips it away from him. South Africa just need to consolidate it a little bit, as Yvonne Olafia was saying. De Kock. And Tony. And eventually put into touch there by Skinstead. Van Biljon finds Skinstead deep. Meyer, Leroux, Ackerman. Ollie Leroux quickly up in support. De Kock. Venter. Force. South Africa batter away. De Kock again. Montgomery finds Ackerman on the inside. Needs to lay that ball back and have to leave it and lost it. Just was whipped around in the tackle. Chonkon. And that's a good clearance by the Italian scrum half.
Baie goeie verdediging hier so deur die Italianers waar hulle die bal afgeneem het. Die was weer 'n geleentheid miskien om die bal by te speel. Wel weer teruggebring na die voorspelers toe. En uiteindelik baie goed gedraai daar. So uitstekende verdediging op Ackerman en die Italianers wat verligting kan kry. Maar jy, dit is daarom lekker as die Springbokke so 3 druk en jy sien dat die skare agter hulle span. Hulle wil so graag hê hulle span moet presteer en ek dink dit verander die gees sommer op die paviljoen onmiddellik.
Yeah, it's amazing what a couple of tries can do. Lucas Van Biljon receiving the attention. Franz Verster, there we have. The celebrations are on. Will they continue? Skinstead. De Kock. Andre Venter came through at pace there. De Kock again. Montgomery. Yapi Mulder. And obstructive running. I think it was a little bit unintentional, but still penalizable. This is the left winger, Matsukato. Hasn't had too many opportunities. Chonkon, Matsuriol, Martin. Venter is on to him. It's well taken there by the fullback, Antoni.
Ja, baie goeie omgekeerde besit weer hierso deur die Springbokke na die Italianers die bal gehad het. Dit is seker nou al die 5-6de keer in die wedstryd waar dit gebeur. So sien ons die jantjies wat inkom hierso vir die bal en uiteindelik die Italiaanse speler uitvat.
We have another replacement coming on. It's Bortolami.
Ja, Beltolami wat ook nog geen toetsondervinding het nie, so baie groot oomblik vir hom.
De Kock, Montgomery, Mulder, Montgomery, Fleck. Stopped by Martin. The South African supporter quick enough to continue that maul and make it go forward. Ackerman. That's good defense by the Italians. Little Troncon, the scrum half, I think got his hands on that ball and held it up.
Yeah, I know, but you stop first, and you start again, and you stop. Wait. Okay? Stop one time, you can stop. Yeah?
Well, Joel Dume, quite correct within the laws there. The ball can stop, can go. If it stops again, you have to produce the ball almost immediately. 5 seconds, in fact, you have to produce it.
Now that's a new law now.
Picked up by Cecchinato. Troncon, Mazzariol. Oh, there's a lovely run by the scrum half. The Martino's on his inside, taken on there by the hooker. Wonderful try by Troncon.
Ja, van 'n skram af, die Italianers wat die bal kry. En dan sien ons hierso wyd gespeel na pragtig hierso baie goeie voetwerk, uitstekend binnenkant toe. Uiteindelik weer buitekant toe, nou maar kyk nou hier baie goeie ondersteuning en die ondersteuning is die hele tyd in diepte en die Italiaanse spelers wat op spoed deurkom.
Well, watch for number 16, De Carli there. Watch him off Martin. There he's on the outside. There's the front ranker. Wonderful layoff to his scrum half.
Baie goeie terugkeer hierso Joey eintlik deur die Italianers en dit kan die wedstryd nou weer 'n bietjie interessant maak. 'n Mens wil nie hê dat dit nou een rigting verkeer moes gewees het nie, maar dat die Springbokke goeie teenstand moet kry en eintlik baie goed uit die Italiaanse oogpunt laat hulle nou punte op die bord kon kry om net hulle spel weer te lig nadat hulle in 6 minute 3-3 afgestaan het.
Well, a bad mistake there by Mazzariol. He should have kicked that conversion. Just the timing was out.
Skitterende voetwerk hier gewees deur Mazzariol en daar baie goed aangesluit deur Martin en uiteindelik die skramskakel wat oor is sy 3.
De Kock, Montgomery, there's space on the outside here, Skinstad, Fleck, bit of space for Robbie Fleck, can he find Brayton Paulser? Yes he can, Don stepping over. Well, he made his debut here for South Africa back in '99 and scored a hat-trick. He has 2 tonight.
Baie goeie druk hier van die afskop af. Uiteindelik die bal wat dan Montgomery wat goed, Skinstad wat buitgee en Robbie Fleck wat goed hardloop en sy aangee baie mooi bereken. Brayton Paulser wat net die heel agter maklik afskit, binnekant toe kom en oorgaan vir sy 3. Goeie spel hierso deur tussen Bobby Skinstad, uiteindelik Fleck wat dadelik versnel wat baie goed is, wat anders sou die kruisverdediging hulle gekry het, maar goeie spel deur Robbie Fleck hierso wat dadelik versnel het om weg te kom van die kruisverdediging.
Wide again by Montgomery, so 2 out of 4 in the second half. I'm a Bobby girl. I know he doesn't like to be called Bobby anymore. It's now Bob Skinstad. Well, she certainly good to see the fans getting involved. Ackerman playing with more and more verve is Johan Ackerman. De Kock, Montgomery, that's the area that we said South Africa may well kick down into. because that's the way the wind is blowing.
Ja, dit is natuurlijk ideaal als je je speler hebt met de linkervoet van hierdie kant af Huey. Maar Zariol wat natuurlijk rechtervoet is, vir hom was het onmoontlik om die skoppe so effectief toe te pas, maar vir 'n linkervoet is dit absoluut ideaal.
Now difficult for Italy to play themselves out of this position. Taken by Fusa. Chonkon Matsuriol. And that's a pretty good clearance.
Springbokke wat hier met hulle Sarsies 3 die spel lekker los gekry het en die spelers wat vrylik beweeg het en ongehardloop het met die bal omdat daar spasie gewees het en dinge op spoed gedoen is en ek dink dit het aanleiding gegee tot die 3 wat uiteindelik aangeteken is.
Mr. Dume wanted all the Springbok forwards back in that line out. Seemed like Mark Andrews couldn't get his hands up. Matsuriol, Martin. Now the chance for Matsukato. Chonkon there very quickly, the scrum half. Matsuriol, Cecchinato. Then to Ongaro. Sanchez. Just fit on the inside there. South Africa attempting to keep up the momentum. De Kock, Montgomery. That's a big punt by the fly half. And the line-out will take place about 3 meters outside the Italian 22.
Baie goeie taktiek daar so deur Percy Montgomery. Springbokke wat nie uit hulle gebied het kon wegkom nie en as die omstandighede dit so wil hê dat 'n mens met skoppe nog altyd veld kan wen en die wind kan gebruik, dan moet jy dit doen, Joey.
Italian captain Mascardi. Oh, it's well taken there. Who was that? Looked like it was De Kock. Venter feeds it out to Dandre Force. All the hands there. The referee said no hands and has picked it up from Cecchinato.
You can play the ball with the hand.
The number 8 guilty of putting his hands in there.
One blue, one green, and the ball on the ground. It's a rush. Don't play the ball with the hand.
Ja, Andre Vos wat lekker oordryf hier, so sien ons waar die spelers oor die man reeds gebind het en die bal nie daar met die hande kon gespeel gewees nie.
Well, Montgomery meanwhile has banged the ball out 5 meters from the Italian goal line. Van Biljon, taken by Skinstack. This is a difficult maul to stop by the Italians. Ackerman in possession now, needs to release to De Kock. Wide now for Montgomery. Good defense by Chonkon and by Persiano, the right winger. De Kock. Ollie Leroux goes bashing in. Good defense by the blue jerseys and they've won the penalty. Just there, yeah, but one thinks that once the maul is stopped, they should release the ball a lot quicker before the Italians have time to regroup.
Ek stem saam, Joey, en Iets wat ek opgemerk het is, ek dink nie die Italianers het so baie spoed in hulle agterlyn nie. Ook nie hulle senters nie. Ek dink 'n man soos Robbie Fleck, as hy bietjie meer geleentheid kry. Ons agterspelers het baie meer spoed as hulle. Daarom moet die bal weier gespeel word.
Well, I said it was Ollie Leroux who took it forward. It was actually Willie Meyer. Ultimately, it was the tap down. All of it looked like it was in slow motion. It was Bortolami. Bortolami in possession now. Chonkon. Matsuriol. Janches. De Kock.
Ja, maar ek dink hy het hier ook 'n lyn staan daar so vroeër gevat naby die Italianers se doellyn.
Well, interesting. I mean, the tall fellow's throwing up the little guy. He must feel like he's pretty high up there when he goes up. With those fellows all of 2 meters tall lifting him. Attention for Willie Meyer.
Ja, Joey, dit sal seker 'n baie interessante punt wees wie die hoogste uiteindelik kan opgaan as 'n groot man 'n kleintjie optel op of as terwyl Dion Keizer natuurlik nou opkom en die skare David hoor omdat Dion Keizer hier van die OP is oor die provinsie en sy rugby hier begin speel het.
Also a big moment for Victor Matfield as he wins his first cap for South Africa. It was a great roar for Dion Keizer, but there's the man from Petersburg. And I see that Neil de Kock is also off. He's had a pretty good debut, so 71st test cap for that man there, equal with Mark Andrews. Not straight, unfortunately, for Italy.
Wait! No! Drop! Engage!
Skistat force spent Van der Westhuizen, all the veterans in tandem there as Van der Westhuizen keeps going. Fenta, Matfield was right up with the action, but was just interfered with, I feel, when he was about to receive that ball. Now it's taken away. Tilas Delport had to move his legs there. Paxiano, who went away with the ball. A bit of a scuffle going on in the background.
Come on!
Ja, die Italianers wat baie avontuurlik speel hier van agter hulle eie doelpale af. Probeer nog steeds met die bal beweeg van hard.
Okay, you play advantage for you, okay? Now it's line out. But 2 players, one doing? Just cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. Ish. Okay. Speak to them. It was... Speak to them.
Oh, a lovely explanation there from Joel Dumac.
Oui, d'accord.
Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha.
Ja, goeie tussenspel hierso deur ons. Eers André Venter en dit maak die gaping vir Joost van der Westhuizen baie goed oop. Kyk na binnekant toe en uiteindelik geamper word sy kop daar van sy lys afgeneem. En Victor Matfield wat net nie daai aangee kan vasvat nie. Maar kyk net hier die Italianers wat van agteraf lyn en Tinas Delport moes werklik sy bene rek om by te kom.
So there we have another replacement on for Italy. It's Andrea De Rossi. Skinstad got the touch. Andrews, good hands by him. Force Leroux. Help from Matfield. Van der Westhuizen, Venter. Van der Westhuizen, Force. Oh, he stayed on his feet well, Andre Force, to get there. Now South Africa right up there near the 5-meter line. And little knock there by Van der Westhuizen. Also, I think there were hands in his way in his defense. But he's playing with purpose and verve. Big scrum by the South Africans. Strong Con under pressure from Venter, who's had an outstanding game at tight head flank. Oh, and is there a try? No. Well, the referee now will call for the television referee, who's Mr. Didier Menet, also from France. And I think that possibly is a try. The ball comes out, it's hit by an Italian foot, and Van der Westhuizen, you can't see from that angle there, but hits an Italian foot, it was out. There was a hand. Did Van der Westhuizen's momentum take him over? Well, from the original angle that we saw it, it could well have been that Van der Westhuizen got over for that try.
Ja, dit lyk of daar 'n blou hand ook is, maar dit kan nog voor die lyn wees en dat Joos dan die bal oor die lyn geneem het, maar lyk amper of die blou hand eerste daar is.
Well, there's a hand there, not over the line. Van der Westhuizen has his momentum taken him over. I think that could well be awarded as a try. It could be Joost van der Westhuizen's 33rd try for South Africa, but on the evidence of that, can they give him the try? He wants to see it again. There, that's not over the line.
Maar dan kom Joos en hy skryf die bal oor. Maar dis baie moeilik. Ek dink nie die mens kan regtig 100% besluit daar gaan die blou hand. Nee. Ek weet nie hoe laat dit aan jou oor as.
Well, Martin gets in the way there, unfortunately, so you can't see for certain. From that angle there, it's not over the line. Van der Westhuizen, what has he taken it over the line? You can't, I believe. He's given it. He's given the try. Number 33 for Van der Westhuizen.
Ja, hier 'n baie goeie skrim deur die Springbokke en die Italianers wat nie mooi weet wat om te doen nie. Uiteindelik kom hulle van agter af om weer te kom toe, maar dan die bal wat en die 3 wat aan Joos van der Westhuizen toegeken word.
I felt all along that he had taken it over the line with momentum there. The original angle was the one that we actually didn't see again on slow-mo. But remember, the try awarded by Monsieur Didier Menet. Montgomery stroked that one well and adds the extra 2. South Africa up to 48. Well, it's amazing even as well when tries are being scored that how much more quickly the time goes. So Corne Krige on for Andre Force, who I reckon had a pretty good game. Open side flank, good hands by Andrews. Van der Westhuizen, Montgomery, plenty of time there. He's not just striking his kicks quite as far as he normally does, Monty, but still back into the Italian half. Etienne Finon, his second test cap. The Italians trying to build up some form of momentum. It hasn't been too apparent in the second half. Couldn't release the ball, and South Africa get the scrummage. Van der Westhuizen, Fleck run into an acute angle. Van der Westhuizen, Leroux. Van der Westhuizen again. Oh, bad luck there for Theunis Delport. I think he might have been right through, but started going before he had possession of the ball. Well, it's good to see smiles, and the fact that, you know, at the end of the day, you do this as well for enjoyment.
Het is heeltemal reg, ongelukkig daar evens 'n misverstand. Theunis Delport wat miskien net nie die bal kon sien nie, maar die Fransman, die Italianer wat natuurlik vir Joos Evans geduik het van agteraf, en ek dink sy hande miskien net Evans vasgevat het om te keer dat hy die bal ordentlik vir Theunis Delport gee.
Well, on the right is Jaco van der Westhuizen, who has 5 minutes of a test cap to his name. He is waiting with bated breath. Martin in possession now. South Africa have turned it over. Leroux, wide now. Fleck bursts through the gap. Little switch there to Andre Venter. Back to Van der Westhuizen. Jantjes, Fleck. Pulsar waiting for Montgomery. Montgomery is over!
Robbie Fleck wat baie goed doen, goed hardloop, Andre Venter wat weer reguit maak en weer 'n skerp beweging daar. Eintlik die bal wat weer uitkom nou, Bruiten Pouse wat op die regte oomblik vir Percy Montgomery binnekant toe gee en baie goeie besit daar sou hou om deur te gaan vir sy 3. Maar goeie hanteerwerk hier deur die Springbokke. Robbie Fleck baie gevaarlik wanneer hy die bal so in 2 hande hou, en hy maak dit net so moeilik vir die opponente, en dit is een van sy sterkpunte om die opponente dan die hele tyd te laat huiwer, en goeie spel daar so deur hom.
That kick will not curl in, so Monty was 23 points to his name this evening. So Jaco van der Westhuizen has got the call up from Harry Viljoen, the young South African under-23 fly half, who has, they say, 1 test cap to his name. Plenty of replacements also on the Italian side. That is Ranieri, Giovanni Ranieri. Will that kick go far enough? No. It's terrible when you trail in 53-14 and then your kick-off doesn't go far enough.
Ja, baie slegte fout daar die Italianers. Hulle is onder druk. Dis 'n middelskram nou vir Suid-Afrika, en kan hulle nog hier in hierdie laaste paar minute nog 'n 3 aanteken.
Well, there are plenty of runners lurking around, waiting to get this ball with that scrum in centre field. Van der Westhuizen, Jantjes is there, but it's a penalty against Etienne Finn. Referee saying scrumming Edwards. Chonkon gets it away to Delcali. Taken on now for Cecchinato. Chonkon, Matsriol. And then this captain Mascardi. Chonkon, Matsriol. Stopped by Kaiser. Chonkon supporting well. And unfortunately knocked on
Blues, knock on Blues.
by the Italians.
Goeie stukkie spel deur die Italianers wat hulle baie goed mee beïndruk is. Hulle ondersteunende spel was daar in die tweede helfte wat hulle nie eintlik besit gehad het van die bal nie, en waar die Springbokke hulle 'n paar keer beroof het van die bal en ook omgekeerde besit gekry het. Maar die kere wanneer hulle dryf en hulle dryf in 'n bondel, soos wat hulle nou ook weer hierdie geval het, hulle maak nie die veld baie groot nie, maar in 'n 15-tree gebied speel hulle, is hulle baie gevaarlik.
Well, Willie Meyer well wrapped up against the pretty cool breeze. Van der Westhuizen and his namesake Yaku getting the kick away to Matsukato. Troncon. Cecchinato just in support there. Now Matsuriol gets it away to Ranieri. Holding on too long. Van der Westhuizen will do that. Victor Matfield. Van der Westhuizen got it away there to Corne Kricha. Van der Westhuizen again. Remember, we have two Van der Westhuizens at halfback, driven up forward by Van Biljon. Now chance here out wide for Dion Kaiser. Crowd would go mad if he could get over the line. The local lad. And Matsuriol, snappy little bit of footwork by the pretty ethereal looking fly half of Italy.
Dion Kaiser wat hier so sterk hardloop, kan net nie sy aangee nie. Goeie verdediging deur Italië, kan net nie die aangee uitkry nie, en uiteindelik Italië wat omgekeerde besit daarso kry.
Well, that man in the picture there, Lucas van Biljon, he's had fun this evening. Certainly charged down the field and sparked things when South Africa were looking pretty flat in the first half, and then sparked the first of the second half try blitz. Well, here they go again, wide by Paulser, Dion Kaiser, Jakob van der Westhuizen, Tinas Delport. Hasn't had too many opportunities, Tinas Delport. Now South Africa playing a bit of basketball, but Janches gets away. They've been on the outside here as Kaiser goes. Oh no, the pass wasn't good for Skinstad. He should have perhaps kept his hand out of the way. It wasn't the best of passes, and it was one of those that you really needed to leave.
Ja, ek dink André Venter was nog daar so ook gewees om die aangee te neem. Hier so sien ons, en dan die lang aangee. Miskien was 'n beter opsie eers vir André Venter.
Difficult ball for Troncon. Pressure from Kricha. As the South Africans go piling in, but away comes the De Rossi. And the bench is Troncon, who just hacks it out. 56th test today for Alejandro Troncon. And 1.5 minutes to go, says Monsieur Joel Dume, who I think has done his very best to let this game go. And I reckon has done a pretty good job here tonight. Ollie Leroux goes, eludes him, picked up by Matsuriol. Now it goes wide again as Just van der Westhuizen just continues his most amazing try-scoring record.
Die Italianers wat eers besit het en dan word die bal pragtig. Uiteindelik Joos wat kry, maak na die buitekant, maar geen verdediging meer voor nie. Hy het net een pad en dit is nog 'n 3 vir Joos van der Westhuizen. Sien ons waar hy weer die eerste linie van verdediging is en daar's nie werklike man voor nie. Uitstekende 3 deur Joos van der Westhuizen.
Well, the world record for a scrum half in terms of number of tests, the world record for a scrum half in terms of number of tries. The conversion was taken by Conrad Jantjies, so he will go down in history as having scored points for South Africa. The siren has gone, but Mr. Dume says continue. Now, one of the things that people may contend is the pronunciation of the word Jantjies, but we have it on very good authority from the family that that is the way you pronounce his name. Kricha. Van der Westhuizen, Fleck, acceleration, par excellence, lovely switch to Skinstad. Here goes Jantjies. Skinstad, there was somebody in the way there for Italy. And the whistle goes. Was it an Italian in the way? Jantjies is arguing the case. And Monsieur Dume apologizes.
Hier op die vlek wat hierdie Italiaanse agterspelers heeltemal aan flarde skeer en dan die binne aangegee word eers kom van die blou hand af. Uiteindelik 'n strafskop aan die Franse, aan die Italianers.
Well, that's hacked out. That's the ball game, says Joel Dume. Bobby Skinstad is victorious as his first stint as South Africa's captain. And, well, one must just say that 7-try blitz in the second half blew the Italians away when all of South Africa, I'm sure at home as well, were pretty glum at half-time here. But
ja, beslis, Buey, miskien die 3 net voor rustyd wat al iets voorspel het van iets wat nog kan kom en dan natuurlik daai 3-3 in 6 minute net na rustyd. Dit het absoluut aanleiding gegee dat die Springbokke meer ontspanne kon speel en daarom uiteindelik hierdie groot telling wat laag geteken het, uiteindelik 8-3 en daarom uitstekende oorwinning hier vir die Springbokke van 60-14 teen Italië en ons groet hier van Welkom.